You can walk into any marina right now and find every one of the 7 boats on this list sitting at the dock looking perfectly normal. Clean gel coat, reasonable asking price, motivated seller, and a documented reason why experienced saltwater anglers will not touch them. The 3 that follow are the ones the rest of the market measures itself against. Every entry on this list earns its place. Most bad saltwater boat decisions are not made out of ignorance. They are made because the problems are invisible from the dock. Wet wood inside a transom that looks solid. A water ingestion issue that only shows up under specific RPM conditions. An engine platform that lost all factory support and every replacement part is now a custom fabrication job. These are the 7 boats where the documented problems are real, specific, and expensive. And these are the 3 where the construction record and the warranty speak for themselves. The 7 you should never buy. Number 1, Bayliner Trophy, pre-2000 models. The Bayliner Trophy was built to enter the offshore fishing market at an accessible price point. The construction decisions that made that price possible are the same ones that end these boats in saltwater. The forward deck is a glass-wood-glass composite, fiberglass over plywood, and water intrusion into that composite is a documented recurring complaint, confirmed in a Too Cool Fishing Forum technical discussion as a known trophy problem. Rod holders on pre-2000 models are screwed into 3/16 of an inch of fiberglass over lightweight foam, with no backing plates, making them unsuitable for hard offshore strikes, according to the same Too Cool Fishing Forum owner account. Hardware is chrome-plated zinc, not marine-grade stainless, and Bayliner Owners Club Forum post documents saltwater corrosion failures. Owner accounts across rec. Boats and the Hull Truth describe windshields as thin and poorly supported. Saltwater Sportsman designated the Trophy a good entry-level boat for inshore use, not offshore. This is a protected water boat sold as an offshore option it was never built to fulfill. Number 2, Sea Ray 340 Sundancer, 1999 through 2001. This is the most specific warning on this list because it applies to a specific production window with a documented factory defect. Sea Ray's own internal service bulletin, 02-07, dated October 11, 2001, confirms a documented water ingestion issue on the 1999 through 2001 model year 340 Sundancers equipped with the 7.4-liter Mercruiser engine. Mercury Marine issued their own corresponding service bulletin 2001-13, addressing the same issue from the engine side. The problem was exhaust reversion, a design interaction between the engine cam overlap and the original exhaust log configuration that allowed water to be drawn back into the cylinder heads at low RPM and idle, causing documented engine damage. Sea Ray and Mercury replaced damaged engines at no cost for some owners in the covered production window. Others were not covered. Any 340 Sundancer from this production window that has not been confirmed, converted to the water lift muffler system documented in the service bulletin, is a financial risk the asking price will not reflect. Number 3, any boat powered by Evinrude G2 outboards. BRP confirmed on May 27, 2020 that it was permanently discontinuing all Evinrude outboard engines. The G2 was a technologically advanced, direct injection, 2-stroke platform. It is also now a platform with no factory parts supply, no factory technical support, and a dealer network that has retooled or closed. Whatever the original performance advantages, a boat powered by a G2 is now a boat where every repair is a parts sourcing project and every mechanical failure is potentially permanent. Engine hours are irrelevant. Parts availability is the only number that matters, and it declines with every year past the 2020 cutoff. Subscribe if this is resourceful so far. Number 4, late 90s to early 2000s diesel convertibles with high engine hours. This is not a brand issue, it is a math issue. The high horsepower twin diesel inboards that power sport fishers in the 55 to 70 foot range typically reach their first major overhaul interval at 8,000 to 10,000 hours under proper maintenance, and that is a first service milestone, not an end-of-life sentence. A well-maintained diesel can run through multiple rebuild cycles at a fraction of new replacement cost. The problem is the phrase well-maintained. Boats in this segment flooding the brokerage market frequently have between 3,500 and 5,500 hours on each engine, with service records showing deferred maintenance during the pandemic years when yards were overwhelmed and parts lead times stretched for months. An engine with documented gaps in its service history at 4,000 hours is not the same as a meticulously maintained engine at 4,000 hours. Deferred maintenance turns a rebuild candidate into a replacement candidate, and a full twin repower on a 65-foot sport fisher runs $300,000 to $400,000 when parts and labor are factored together. Pull the records before you make an offer. If the records have gaps, price accordingly. Number 5. X-Charter Lagoon 450 catamarans without certified bulkhead repair. Between 2011 and 2020, Lagoon produced over 1,000 units of the Lagoon 450, the backbone of global charter fleets. Independent marine surveyors documented systematic structural failure in the main lateral bulkhead on this model. The bulkhead is the primary structural member tying the two hulls together. Surveyors found bulkheads were often bonded rather than properly glassed, with plywood that in some cases was not marine grade. Lagoon implemented a 4-step remediation framework. The factory certifies the repair for 12 months. Not the boat, the repair. After that, the owner is back on their own. As of 2026, a Lagoon 450 without a certified bulkhead repair document is effectively unfinanceable and uninsurable for offshore use in many markets. Without that document, walk away regardless of price. Number 6. Chaparral Sunesta series in saltwater. The Chaparral Sunesta is a well-built, freshwater and protected water deck boat, and that is the exact problem. Multiple documented sources, including a first-person owner account on offshoreonly.com from a 2004 Chaparral 234 Sunesta, document poor fiberglass layup with voids in dry glass, wiring left unsupported without conduit, and electrical crimps poorly made and unsealed. Multiple sources across the Hull Truth and offshoreonly.com state these boats are not recommended for saltwater. The hull lacks the weight, the dead rise geometry, and the offshore capable construction for open ocean conditions. The price difference between a Sunesta and an offshore capable center console makes it tempting to take one somewhere it was never designed to go. Number 7. High-hour stern-drive boats without documented manifold service history. This applies across all stern-drive platforms. Mercruiser and all inboard-outboard configurations use exhaust manifolds and risers exposed to seawater cooling. They corrode internally and require replacement at intervals consistently recommended at 5 to 7 years in saltwater service. A stern-drive boat without documented manifold service history carries water in the engine risk that can destroy a powerhead in a single outing. Pull the manifold records before you write a check. If they do not exist, assume the worst and price accordingly. Subscribe to see the 3 that you should be owning and that are most credible. The 3 that dominate. Number 1, Grady White Canyon 336. Grady White has won every JD Power Marine study ever conducted, and every consecutive National Marine Manufacturers Association Customer Satisfaction Index Award since the program launched in 2003. That construction standard applies to the modern production run. Composite transoms have been used since 2015 and composite stringers since 2016. If you are looking at a used Grady White built before those years, it carries wood structural components and requires the same moisture survey due diligence as any other production boat. Post-2016 production has no wood anywhere in the structural hull. All deck hardware is 316 stainless through bolted at every penetration. Fishbox drains run overboard. Independent surveyors document moisture readings consistently below 8% on current production hulls after years in saltwater slips. This is what a 30-year saltwater hull looks like from the mold. Number 2, Boston whaler outrage. Unibond construction involves the hull and inner liner being laid up separately, locked together in the mold, and filled with proprietary closed-cell foam that chemically bonds both skins into one unified structure. Boston Whaler's own documentation confirms up to 2.5 times the flotation required by Coast Guard standards. That advantage protects a well-maintained hull. The foam matrix is not impervious to moisture if the hull sustains physical damage or sustained water intrusion through hardware penetrations. A used whaler still requires a qualified out-of-water survey. With that caveat stated, original outrage hulls from the 1970s are still surveying clean. The construction advantage over conventional fiberglass is real. The same Unibond build from the recreational outrage lineup also appears in Boston Whaler's Guardian and Justice models supplied to the U.S. Coast Guard and the U.S. Navy, as confirmed by Brunswick Commercial and Government Products official documentation. Number 3, Everglades 290 center console. Ramcap, rapid molded core assembly process, is patented by Everglades founder Bob Dougherty and used in every Everglades hull ever built. It won the National Marine Manufacturers Association Innovation Award in 1999. Instead of injecting foam after the hull is complete, Everglades pre-molds high-density closed-cell foam blocks at 3 times the density of standard flotation foam, fits them precisely into the hull cavity, and cures the entire assembly into one rigid structure. No separate stringer system, no void space, no wood anywhere. Everglades backs it with a lifetime transferable hull warranty. That warranty only makes commercial sense when the builder has no concern about what a surveyor finds inside the hull decades from now. The construction credentials tell you how the hull was built. The service history tells you what has happened since. Both need answers before money changes hands. Run a moisture meter across the full hull bottom. Above 12% is elevated, above 15% is active intrusion. Pull engine records and assess whether service gaps disqualify the engines as rebuild candidates. Ask about manifold and riser service history on any stern drive. Verify bulkhead repair certification on any Lagoon 450. Confirm parts availability on any G2 powered boat. Get a binding insurance quote before making an offer on any hull over 15 years old. Uninsurability is a documented reason boats are hitting the market right now, and it will not appear in the listing. For any large vessel that cannot be trailered, verify marina slip availability before the deal closes. Slip scarcity has become a real constraint buyers discover only after the check clears. The 7 boats on this list are predictable problems with documented paper trails. The 3 that dominate are there because of construction decisions made before the hull ever left the mold. Subscribe so you do not miss the next breakdown of what actually separates the boats worth owning from the ones worth avoiding.